I never meant to hear what she said. That's the thing people don't understand. I wasn't spying. I wasn't suspicious. I wasn't looking for proof of anything. I was just standing in the hallway of our own house, holding my phone, about to step into the living room, when I heard my wife laugh. Not a nervous laugh. Not an awkward one. A relaxed, careless laugh. The kind you make when you think you're completely safe. "I swear," she said, "I can't stand him anymore." I stopped walking. She didn't lower her voice. She didn't hesitate. She just kept going, like the words had been sitting in her chest for years, waiting for an audience. "He's just there," she continued. "Always trying. Always asking if I'm okay. It's exhausting. I feel like I'm babysitting a grown man." Another laugh. Then someone else laughed too. Her sister, I realized. They were on speaker. I stood there, frozen, staring at the wall like it had just punched me in the face. 7 years. Married for 5. And that's what I was. Exhausting. Something she couldn't stand. I wish I could say I confronted her. That I walked in and demanded answers. That I raised my voice or defended myself. But I didn't. I didn't feel angry. I didn't even feel sad at first. I felt empty. Like something inside me quietly shut off. She went on talking, unaware I was 10 feet away. Complaining about how I chewed too loudly. How I dressed like I'd given up. How she felt embarrassed introducing me to new people. How she missed the excitement she thought marriage would bring. I listened to every word. Not because I wanted to, but because my body wouldn't move. When she finally hung up, she called out my name, cheerful, like nothing had happened. "Hey, are you home?" I waited a second before answering. "Yeah," I said. My voice sounded normal. That scared me more than anything. She smiled when she saw me, walked over, kissed my cheek. "You okay?" I nodded. "Just tired." She didn't notice anything was wrong. Or maybe she did and just didn't care. That night, I lay in bed staring at the ceiling while she scrolled on her phone beside me. She turned toward me at one point, sighed dramatically, and rolled over. That used to hurt. That night it didn't. It just confirmed something I already knew. I wasn't wanted. I was tolerated. The next morning I got up early. I made coffee. I packed my lunch. I kissed her goodbye like I always did. She mumbled something half asleep and turned her back to me. I went to work and did my job like normal. I answered emails. I smiled at coworkers. I even laughed at a joke someone told me in the break room. From the outside, nothing had changed. Inside, everything had. For the first time, I stopped asking myself how to fix things. I stopped wondering what I could do better. I stopped blaming myself for not being enough. Instead, I asked a different question. What would happen if I stopped being there? I didn't tell anyone my plan. Not my friends. Not my family. Not even myself, really. I just started preparing quietly. I opened a separate bank account. I moved some clothes into my car a little at a time. I backed up my photos and documents. I canceled a few subscriptions that were only in my name. At home I stayed polite. Calm. Distant but not cold. I didn't argue. I didn't complain. I didn't ask for affection. She noticed, eventually. "You've been quiet lately," she said one evening, not looking up from her phone. "Just thinking," I replied. She shrugged. "About what?" I almost laughed. "About how you can't stand me. About how I've become invisible in my own marriage. About how the man you complain about is still sleeping next to you every night." But I didn't say any of that. I just said, "Work stuff." She accepted that answer easily. Too easily. A week later, I waited until she left for a weekend trip with her friends. She kissed me goodbye, told me not to forget to water the plants, and walked out the door without a second glance. As soon as her car disappeared down the street, I went inside and stood in the middle of the living room. The house felt different. Quieter. Lighter. I packed the rest of my things. Not everything. Just what mattered. Clothes. Laptop. A few personal items. I left the rest exactly where it was. Before I left, I sat at the kitchen table and looked around. 5 years of shared life. Dinners. Arguments. Apologies that never really fixed anything. I didn't leave a note. I didn't block her. I didn't announce my departure. I simply disappeared. For the first 2 days, my phone stayed silent. I figured she was busy. Distracted. Probably enjoying not having me around. On the 3rd day, I got my first text. "Hey, are you home?" I didn't reply. An hour later, "Did you go somewhere?" Then another, "This isn't funny." I stared at the screen, feeling nothing but a strange calm. For once, I wasn't rushing to reassure her. I wasn't explaining myself. I wasn't smoothing things over. I let the silence do the talking. By that night, the call started. Missed call. Missed call. Missed call. Voicemails followed. Her tone shifted with each one. Confused, annoyed, then uneasy. "Where are you?" she asked in one message, her voice tighter than usual. "You're starting to worry me." I almost felt bad. Almost. But then I remembered her laugh. Her words. How easily she said she couldn't stand me. And I stayed silent. By the end of the week, her messages changed completely. "I'm sorry if I said something wrong. I didn't mean it like that. Please just tell me you're okay." That's when I realized something important. She didn't miss me when I was there. She only noticed me when I was gone.